I always hear from people who are trying to do patient orientation classes who are saying, well, I can't get people to show up for the class. And my question that I ask is, have you ever discharged a patient for not attending the class? If you've never done it, you're not really serious about getting people to attend the class.
Welcome to AMC. I'm Dr. Greg Miller. Are you doing patient orientation classes in your practice? Today, Dr. Bill Kriva is going to share some tips on how to conduct this important step in a patient's care plan. Don't miss his special tweaks that help to get a guest to show up. If this video helps you, please click the like and subscribe buttons. Let's get started.
Hello, my name is Dr. Bill Kriva, and I'm an instructor and a mentor with Aligned. And I wanted to take some time with you today to talk a little bit about patient orientation classes. This is something that if you're not doing this in your practice, you are missing a tremendous opportunity to really help educate your patients about what you do and the value of what you do, and also equip them to be able to refer other people into your office and be able to explain what you do in a way that other people can understand. And also, this is a wonderful way to get your patients to truly commit to their care because they know why you're doing what you're doing. They understand that it's important to follow through on the care because you teach them this in this class. Now, patient orientation class is something that can be done on a weekly basis. Highly recommend doing it on a weekly basis for your new patients, everyone who's beginning care in the office. And it should be a mandatory class, meaning you tell every patient that this is something that is required in order to be a patient here in the office. And basically, with that attitude, you also need to be willing to back that up, meaning I always hear from people who are trying to do patient orientation classes who are saying, well, I can't get people to show up for the class. And my question that I ask is, have you ever discharged a patient for not attending the class? If you've never done it, you're not really serious about getting people to attend the class. You only have to do it once, and innately inside of you, you know that you're convicted that they need to be in that class, and they know innately, because they can pick it up from you, that they do need to be in the class. And you will not have a problem with people showing up for the class. Now, another thing that we encourage and that I highly recommend is that you have them bring a partner to the class, okay? Somebody that's close to them, a relative, a family member. And there's two reasons for this. Number one, you want those individuals to get exposed to the information so they can support their partner with their care in the office. But number two, those guests are potential new patients that you can sign up right on the spot. I'm going to share with you a few little tweaks that you can do to your patient orientation class that help to get the guests to show up and that give you a better opportunity to get those guests scheduled as a new patient. First of all, when you're putting your patient orientation class material together, you can include a short section in the class, probably 5 to 6 minutes, that's it, of teaching your patients how to do trigger point therapy on each other. It's hands-on, it's not super complicated, it's very easy to teach. But the reason then that they need to have a partner with them for the class is they're going to be learning how to do trigger point therapy, and there's areas that your patient can't reach themselves. They're going to need to have a partner to work on that area. So that is a strong, strong reason to get a partner to come to the class. People understand it, it makes sense to them, and your likelihood of having guests show up goes way through the roof. You can include other material in your patient orientation class, but I want to go a little bit further in how do you convert these guests into new patients. At the end of the class, you want to extend a special invitation to the guests who are attending your class that night by way of thanking them for coming in and sitting through the class, okay? And that special gift is an opportunity to meet with you for a brief screening evaluation at the end of class. So what you're going to do is you're going to meet with each of these individuals, the guests. You're going to invite them to come back with you. It literally is about a 3-minute exam. You're going to ask them if they have any particular problems that they've been dealing with, and you can do a brief screening, like a range of motion check. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Ask them a few questions. How bad is it? Staying the same, getting better, getting worse? And if it looks like they have a problem and they're interested in getting it taken care of, you can invite them to schedule an appointment right there on the spot while they're there for the class. Okay. Now, in order to do this effectively, you need to have a staff person who's manning your front desk area, who's out there ready to schedule the guests when they come out and say they want to schedule an appointment. But how do you keep people in the office so that they don't take off as soon as the class is over with? Serve pizza or some kind of food. Serve something to eat at the end of class. Typically, we do our patient orientation classes during the dinner hour. So we tell them we're going to provide them with pizza because they're coming in over dinner. The least we can do is give them something to eat. So they're standing around eating pizza. Then you, the doctor, go out after you finish with one guest and you ask the next guest, would you like to do a screening? So you personally invite each and every guest to come back with you. Some may say no. Some may not have an interest. Some may already have a chiropractor. Some may not have any particular issues that are bothering them at that point in time. But I promise you, if they have a problem and they don't have a chiropractor, after they've had a chance to meet you, if they've had a chance to sit through your class and understand how important chiropractic care is, they are going to schedule as a new patient, and you're going to see a great return on that investment. So there's a lot of other tweaks that you can do with a patient orientation class, but I thought I would share a little bit of this with you because it really is effective. And for those patients that we have, the guests that come in who don't already have a chiropractor and who have basically just they're there, okay? We're booking about 80% of them as new patients, okay? The only ones that we don't book are the ones that basically don't have anything wrong with them that you can identify at that point. So I hope this helps. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this recording, and I hope you have a blessed day, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you again soon.
If this has been helpful, like and subscribe to be notified whenever new videos come out. As always, we are here to help. Text us any questions you may have to 904-966-4996. AMC is your guide to becoming respected, effective, and valued in practice. See you next week.